Welcome. You have now entered again the cosmic radio receptors of KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for tuning into this week's fantastically fabulous program. I'm Dr. GiGi, and my co-host is, as always, Jacques Kepner. How are you today, Jacques-Boo?
I'm wearing 2 pairs of glasses because you forgot my reading glasses at the house, but that's okay. I forgive you. No problem. Hey, greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. She's shaking her head at me. She's really peed off. I want to mention that you're hearing this live show on KCIW in Brookings, Oregon. That said, this same show will be rebroadcast in exactly 1 week from now, each and every Wednesday on KZZH 96.7 FM in Eureka, Humboldt, at 8 a.m. in the morning, those of you that wake up early down there. And then a few hours later at 1 p.m. on my old alma mater, KFUG 101.1 FM in Crescent City, California. So now you know, Dr. GiGi and I have your coast covered. Okay, we normally have a medical marvels, according to my brilliant bilingual German physician, patent-holding scientist, and professor, but we're not having...
Today. We have a full program today.
Okay, we have a full program, and you'll see why in just a minute. I'm going to take my glasses off, and because I'm reciting this by memory, not by planning. Shh, don't tell anybody I'm not taking my glasses off. I want to start off with something. You know that if you just slow down and you take a more introspective look at the abundance of talent and beauty within our midst, we might just learn a few things and be better off because of it. What am I talking about? Well, for the second year in a row, today on the Doc and Jacques Show, we have the distinct privilege of speaking with 6 individual, talented, young, vibrant, and enthusiastic women representing the best of their class and generation at the upcoming Azalea Festival in Brookings, Oregon.
Woo-hoo.
Now, off script, this is something that happens nationwide. In our United States of America, there are these high schools throughout our land, and they all pretty much follow the same routine of having these pageants of representing the best of the best. These women, in the prime of their high school years, have already distinguished themselves as leaders, innovators, and the newest thinkers and pillars of our community. Calling them princesses may be a bit archaic in our evolving society, but for now, they are called just that. And just like real princesses, they all are in line to possibly become the next queen. Wearing crowns can be both figurative and literal. I saw a crown on Ray Simon last week when he came into the studio, and he looked quite good, our sound engineer, that is. Though they may wear crowns, I was expecting a laugh, Dr.
Not funny.
Okay, sorry. Though they may wear crowns, their true strength lies not only in their outward appearance, but in the boundless energy, focus, and dynamic spirit that they bring to just about everything they do. Through academic excellence to community service, these princesses are redefining what it means to be both regal and relatable, inspiring many of those who encounter them. So, on today's Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show, we will celebrate the dreams and the drive and the determination of these remarkable young women. For in their stories, we just may find a reflection of the best of what this generation has to offer. So with that, ladies, welcome to the KCIW studios.
Welcome, welcome.
All right. It's crowded here in the studio. We have 6 of you in the gallery total, but only 3 at the microphones at this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 different shifts. So you ladies are in here on the first shift, and we'll start with this. And I feel sorry for the 3 others that are waiting to come in here because they will have no time to set up. They're just going to have to come in at the mid-show break.
And wing it.
And put it on, and you 3 will pass those 3, and everything will be okay. So we're going to do it in 2 different shifts. Let's start with the first of you 3. Ladies, give Doctor. You're going to start off, GiGi.
Yes, I was trying.
Okay.
Thank you for handing over.
Thank you, Dr. GiGi.
All right, so we have 3 young women here in the studio, and we're going to start asking every single one of them their name and their age. And whenever they will answer with their name before they answer any question. All right. Danielle, you go first. What's your name and age?
I'm Danielle Dotson, and I'm 18 years old.
All right.
Oh.
Alina.
Hi, I'm Alina Solomon. I'm 18 years old.
All right.
All right, Elaine.
And
Welcome.
Hello, my name is McKenna Ratliff, and I am 17 years old.
All right,
Ooh.
McKenna. All three of you,
17.
welcome.
what is your favorite subject in school?
Yeah.
I'm Danielle Dotson, and my favorite subject in school is anything having to do with literature and English.
Whoa,
Right.
that's my field.
What he thinks he knows.
Hey, today, by the way, today is Speak Like Shakespeare Day.
Yes, today's
National Speak Like Shakespeare.
Day.
So, what was that? That was
Upstairs.
cool. Okay.
Anyway,
And how about you, Alina?
Alina?
Hi, I'm Alina. My favorite subject in school is history because I like to see how history repeats itself.
Wow, that's kind of my favorite too. I excel at history and English. Okay,
Oh, okay. Yes.
I'm McKenna Ratliff again. I would also have to agree with Denny that my favorite is English. I love expressing myself in writing. So,
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. That's what actually he does. You do right.
Yeah,
You do
that
right.
kind of prologue I wrote, it's not AI. Tom Bozak, our other sound engineer, thinks it's AI, but it's not. I wrote that myself. Oh, she's shaking her head at me again. Oh, I'm
Okay,
in
we
trouble.
have three people
Oh, sorry.
here.
Okay.
All right, Danielle, what do you like best about our beautiful coastal area, and what do you like the least?
About our beautiful coastal area, I would say I love the beach, and I love all the community and the people here. What I like the least is probably just the rain. It just gets a little extra rainy during the winter seasons, and I miss that sun.
Yeah, we had a nice sunny day today.
Yeah, it's been real
Shakespeare
windy,
Day.
but in the past few days, but it's been really nice and sunny. We're finally
Super
on,
windy, too windy to even mow the lawn. That never
we're on
happens.
the coast. Well, I'm so thin now that when I mowed the lawn the other day, I kind of blew away. Yeah. As you know, that many of you know, I'm 6'4" and I'm about 35 pounds now.
Alina,
Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite thing
what-
about this area?
what do you like about here?
I like the amount of rivers that we have. Some of my best memories have been going upriver with my siblings. I personally wish that we had a mall here or more things to do.
That was what you liked the least. You wish there was a
yes.
mall. That's okay, yeah.
That's
and when you go
okay.
upriver, where do you talking about the Chetco, or you go up the Smith River, or you go up all of them, or the Rogue?
I go up to Loeb. I don't know which river that is,
Yep, that's
unfortunately, but I go
Chetco.
up to Loeb.
And what do you catch?
We don't catch anything. We just swim.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you don't go fishing. You just go
I'm a catch.
swimming.
I'm your catch, aren't I?
Yeah. Great catch. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Swimming, nice. You don't swim in the ocean?
I do swim in the ocean, but I do spend most of my time upriver.
Do you have to wear a wetsuit when you go in the ocean? Ooh.
Nope, I just
Hey,
jump right in.
they're 18 years old, you know? What do you say, man?
I put my toe in. It's like, oh.
I could do it at 18. Well, I feel like I'm 18. Look like
Yeah, but 35 pounds.
I'm 66, so darn it. Okay, get on with it.
Okay, McKenna.
All right. I love that we have so much variety. We have the redwoods, we have the beach, we also have the river, like she said. What I don't like the most is probably how many people there are. There's not that many people, and I wish we had a Ross. I love Ross.
A
Ross
Ross
outlet?
Yes.
outlet.
Store?
Where do you
Yes,
got to go?
Ross.
You got to go over Grants Pass?
Yes, I got to go all over to
Wait a
Grants
minute.
Pass.
There's not one in Crescent City. No,
Nope.
there is a sporting Big Five.
Yeah.
Ross
But
is
that's
totally
it.
different.
Yeah. Well, I know that.
No, none in Eureka either?
You know,
I don't know.
There is or not. But remember, they're at Brookings here, so it's kind of far.
Yeah, you're right. Another.
Yeah.
But wait, it's the same. This is just as far. It's just as far to.
Well, we have Walmart down in.
That's still
Fred
30
Meyer,
minutes away,
right?
though.
Yeah, that's
Walmart's
30.
30 minutes
Yeah,
away.
true.
Yeah.
No, so people still go shopping. You don't do any online or most online shopping.
No, because it takes so long to get here. It takes like a month. Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing is true. Now, she said there's not enough people. I was going to say there's too many people. There's traffic. But again, we're a much older generation than you.
Well, plus
You young
it's,
ladies.
it's in the
At least I am. Doc isn't.
right. In the tourist season, during the tourist season, I guess it's hard to cross 101, Brookings.
Yeah, it can be. You got to cross. If you're right downtown, it is. Yeah, there's always a lot of traffic coming right through Brookings. They've never bypassed it, which is okay. But the downtown is just what it is. It's just a strip on 101, right?
Now the big questions.
Uh-oh. Drum roll.
What inspired you to participate in the pageant?
Danielle.
I would say the tradition behind it. My family has lived in Brookings since the 1930s, and I thought that I would make them proud by trying out and getting out of my comfort zone doing this.
Wow. Wow. And your last name is?
Dotson.
Dotson. Okay, so you come from an older family here in town that's been around. Cool. And
Getting out of your comfort zone. So it's not something that
I'm not
10 years old wanting
typically
to do that.
Yeah. I used to be really shy growing up, and then I got this amazing job at Fat Irish, and ever since then I started flourishing, and I could conversate with people, hold eye contact, and it's been the biggest confidence boost of my life, and that's why I'm here.
How long you worked at Fat Irish?
It's about 3 years now.
Wow, maybe that's where I've seen you. Okay, I think we have seen you there. Fat Irish here in Brookings. It's a neat place.
So why is it confidence boosting?
Just seeing myself being so shy, it was really hard to not have a voice but have so much to say. But now I have a voice and I can vocalize what I need to say and what I need to get my point across.
Wow.
Very cool. So do you learn that? Is that part of, or just being in a group where you have to represent somebody, is that like a passive learning, or do you actually get taught? Stand on the soapbox and say something type thing?
It was passive. At first it was kind of definitely a curve for me, coming from no talking at all to having to smile and talk to people every single day as a part of the job. But it's great. I love it.
Wow, that's very interesting. Very
Cool.
cool.
Well spoken.
Yeah, Alina, what inspired you to participate?
So my mom was actually an Azalea princess. So that's who inspired me to join the pageant was my mom.
Cool story.
Right?
Wow.
And that was a few years ago, right? I mean,
Yeah, just a couple.
right? I don't know how old her mom is, but it's,
Right. Older than 18, I hope.
yeah.
Very cool. So was she in how long have the Azalea festivals been going?
We think, we're not sure. We should know this stuff, shouldn't we? We think from our collective thing, it's the 82nd or 83rd. I thought it was higher than that.
right.
But it might be Florence that I'm thinking of. Florence has got 110. Everybody's kind of looking at each other. Well, hey, everybody out there, if you want to call in and tell us what year it is, we have no phone number to give you, but that's okay. All right.
Yes.
Your mom was a princess. Cool. Back in the day.
Very
Same
nice.
high school.
Yep.
Same everything. Cool.
Do you get a trophy or something to take home? It's just pictures.
Just pictures, yeah.
Cool.
Something very cool. McKenna.
My sister actually did the pageant in 2023, so that inspired me to join the pageant. But my real meaning behind it was to encourage younger people to step out of their comfort zone. I'm a super soft-spoken, quiet person, and I want to just show people that even if you are quiet and you are soft-spoken, that you can step out of your comfort zone. So,
Well spoken.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's part of the learning process, right? Because you do have to. Well, you're coming on the show to speak.
Yes.
And there's thousands of people that will be listening to this. So there you go. So you have to do this when you are up on the stage. Are you each going to be going individually through a litany of questions or whatnot?
Yeah, we will be.
I think it's just one question.
Is it?
Yeah, but like privately, we have like
An interview.
an interview. Yeah.
Interview.
Okay, when is the Azalea Festival? It's May.
It's May 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Elks Lodge.
Oh, it's at
Yes.
the Elks Lodge
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
How cool is it? Usually there or no? I don't.
I think for the last 3 years it's been there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And is the public invited, or it's just pretty much?
Yes, the public is invited.
Cool. Okay, so me might show up. Who knows? I like the Elks. That's a nonprofit, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it is. I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Or 501c3.
So you learn how to speak passively by being in the group. You learn how to probably present yourself passively, or are you taught that, or do you teach each other? How do you? I mean, so you are well spoken, and I wonder if that can be taught passively, because somebody has to tell you how to pronounce things or how to word stuff, right? No? What do you think?
I believe that it's just we are kind of taught really quickly in a group setting etiquette and just being the public appearance and showing that how we're different from others in our grade and in our school.
Now, do teachers know when you're in the princess and the pageant, or do students say, "Hey, I've felt an uptick. Have you done something?" "Oh yeah, I'm at pageant." Do people notice?
Yeah, so we actually have screens up at our school and they have our picture, and it's called the Azalea Princesses. They have our picture up at school, so all of our teachers know that we're in the pageant.
Oh, okay. Well, bummer. I wish you would have said no, but they noticed that we're all of a sudden so talkative.
Hey, McKenna, are there men allowed on the? There's a men's side of it, right? There's a king or princess.
No, there's not. We
Really?
have little princesses which are younger than us, so they're like second grade. But yeah, they walk down the runway a few times, and they also are in the parade with us. But yeah, no men.
So the
involved.
parade is on Saturday, as far as we know, May 3rd, right?
Yes.
So we should know this.
Parade is later in May.
Oh, it's later in May, but the electing of the princesses takes place a week ahead of time or whatever. Okay,
Yes.
we should really but look it up, Google it fast, quick. Just
Okay, so what
mad at me.
are you most passionate about from the pageant, from the social work, or what you're doing, or your life hobbies? Anything at all. Danielle,
Danielle, you're on. Yeah, what are you most passionate about? You said you like school, the study, English, yeah. Getting out of your shell.
I'm most comfortable about making others feel comfortable with me. That's what makes me, I'm very compassionate and I have a drive to talk to others now that I can talk. And I have a drive to make others feel like they're always welcome to talk to me and to come up to me first, or I come up to them. I want those to feel safe around me. And that's probably what drives me to do this pageant and to just be a good citizen overall.
Well, kudos to you. You were the first one to arrive today.
Yes.
Yeah, you came in.
Fantastic.
Came in.
Yeah.
She took her cape off.
Put the crown down.
Yeah.
Now, what are you most or passionate about outside of school or the pageant?
Oh, probably softball. I love softball.
Wow, that's right. We haven't talked about sports yet.
I'm the varsity catcher, but I come up to pitch sometimes, but primarily catcher. And
Wow.
it's been a really great year for me so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
Are you a good hitter? Are you pretty good at the?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Have you hit a home run?
No, I just turned left-handed this year for batting-wise, just so I was a little bit closer to first base. My batting average has increased quite a bit. I'm at I want to say like out of 6 out of 10 times I get on base.
Wow.
It's
Cool.
pretty great.
You're also fast.
Oh, yeah.
You can run. Cool.
So you turned left-handed, meaning you're usually right-handed, but now you're batting left-handed. You can teach that?
Yes. Freshman through junior year, I bat right-handed, but this year, coach was like, we're switching it up and we're going to make you a lefty.
Who's the coach of the baseball team?
Tony Barron.
I think we were going to interview him. Remember, he's the one when Tristan Harkins, the principal, came in. We were going to talk with Tony, but that's okay. Maybe one day. Yeah.
Do you write with your right hand?
Yes.
Do you know sometimes write with your left hand to teach your brain to use the left hand a little better?
I can write with my left hand. I just think I look neater and prettier on my right hand.
Cool.
Well, that's very cool.
Doctor has handwriting like a left-handed person that never has written in her life. I used to say it. Actually, you get very nice handwriting. GiGi.
Elena.
Elena.
You, Elena. What are you most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about animals. I have a cat named Hades that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Yeah, his name's Hades.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, he is. I found him on the roof earlier.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how he got up there.
Well, the devil can get him.
Right? Can't
Hades.
get any-
Did you name him Hades?
I did, yes.
Oh, my God. What is the German? We just learned Hades.
Hölle.
Hölle?
Hölle?
Hölle is
Although we have the river Hades, is that?
Hades? Oh, this is a river.
not-
She's teaching me German as we speak. Wow, Hades.
Okay, so cats and what else with animals?
Do you want to be a veterinarian?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a veterinarian. I'm actually going to college for plant science and plant biology. So
So
really-
plants are not animals.
I know. I know.
Tell us.
I'm passionate
That's cool.
about a lot of things.
Yeah,
so-
tell us. Plants, tell me. I'm interested.
I absolutely love, I have so many plants in my room. My mom would joke with me and say that it's because I didn't want to breathe the same oxygen as my sister. So I have a lot of plants, and that's what drove me to go into plant science.
Wow.
Wait,
How-
so you already started taking
Cool.
classes?
I haven't, but I start school in August.
And are you going to go local SWAC or are you going to go
I'm going to Montana State University.
What? Whoa.
You're moving to the Big Sky. Is that it? The state
Yeah.
with Big Skies?
Montana.
Going to
From the land of sky blue waters. That was the old Hams beer ad. Wow.
Very
Well,
cool.
good. That's something we were going to add. We're going to ask them about college. We'll get into the question like that.
Yeah.
McKenna, what are you most passionate about? What gets you going?
So I'm super passionate about serving my community. Even before the pageant, I'm super involved with my church and community service. Just the other week, last week, we did a huge Easter egg hunt where we put out 20,000 eggs and served 900 tri-tip sandwiches.
Wait a minute. That's $30,000 in eggs.
Yes, it was amazing. I just
Wow.
love just bringing our community together, even if it's just with the Easter egg
What
hunt.
church do you go to?
I go to Living Waters Foursquare Church.
All right. I
Yep.
think we have Foursquare Church here.
Yes.
Not too
Yep.
far from this area. And you had
20,000, yes.
20,000
How many
hard-boiled
helpers?
eggs?
We had a lot of helpers. We probably had like 120 helpers from our church come.
Wow.
Yep. It was such a blessing. It was amazing.
Everybody eating eggs, pretty much. Oh.
Yeah.
And
we had
tri-tip?
we had like 1,200 people show up to
Whoa.
our Easter egg hunt. Yeah.
Wow. This is last
Last
Sunday.
to Saturday. We did it Saturday.
I was going to have my entire family for dinner last Sunday, but I decided to have ham instead.
Oh,
Do you get it?
Yeah.
I was going to have my whole family for dinner. Like I was going to eat my entire family.
it's one of his
Oh,
jokes.
bad joke.
Laugh.
Bad-
We need the little sign.
Hey.
Laugh.
Ray Simon gave me the thumbs up. He likes it. I think
we
Tom
can-
Bozek threw his.
Okay, so there's community service. Do you go to different groups to help the community, or is it all through church?
It's mostly through church. Our church really loves to show the love of Jesus through community services. We also do, like, for example, like a parents' night out where all parents can drop their kids off at our church and just go have a date and do whatever. So I do a lot through that, but also obviously the pageant. So
Very cool.
I still try to get my head wrapped around what the pageant is. Okay, so you have to excel. You have to be good in school. Do you not? All you ladies are shaking your head. Okay, you have to do well in school. You can't be flunking a bunch of classes like
Right. Yeah.
somebody I know. Oh, darn it, I flunked again. No, I didn't flunk that many. So you have to do well there, and then you just have to be kind of civic-minded and kind of, what are some of the qualities? Danielle, do you have any super qualities that you kind of know that you should have to be a princess?
Obviously, the academics, but also attendance in school. You have to show up and be there and be present.
Oh, darn it.
You have to show that you can be out there in your community and make an effort to help others and help things that are involved around you. There's leadership behind it. You have to be a leader and prove that you can be a leader. There's a resume that you write up before entering to get accepted in. And so in the resume, you'll put special qualities of yourself, your GPA,
Cool.
why you want to do the pageant, your dreams, aspirations.
Right on. Good. Those are some of the preliminary stuff you need to fill out and get done before okay, I'm starting to kind of get it. All right.
Ask Elena.
I will ask, do you have anything to add to that, Elena?
I do. I think that having patience with others and being kind is a quality that you have to have in order to be a princess. And also liking to be around kids, because I have a lot of kids that come up to me because they recognize me from the pageant. So you have to be good with kids.
Wow.
Oh, very cool.
Dr.
Going to be a good example.
Dr. GiGi has lots of patience. She does. She's got like 5,000 patients. Seriously, she did.
Luckily, the English people know that it's spelled
All right,
differently.
McKenna, weigh in on this. Some of the things that
Yeah. So I think that was very well said. All of those are very true. I came in super shy, like I said. Like, I do not like talking in front of people, but I've learned how to do that. So I don't know. Some people are just born with it, being like, oh, let me just go talk to them, but I'm not. So I think that's a good quality to have, but it's not needed. But very well said.
And you're all friends outside of the pageant? In your view, the 18-year-olds are in the same class, and you're...
I'm homeschooled, actually. So I know all these girls, but yeah, I don't go
you're
to school
also
with them.
the youngest one. You're
Yes.
17.
Yes, I
right?
am
Everybody else
17.
Okay, we only have a few more minutes. We're going to get a few more minutes, but real quickly, Danielle, why would you like to be queen? What are you going to bring to the queenship?
Queenship is going to be pretty big staple for any of us that win. I think it just shows truly who's going to be the leader and who's going to be inspirational to younger generations coming, wanting to potentially join this pageant and continue on the legacy and the tradition. We have to work hard, and I think that queenship shows the hard work and effort that you had to put in.
Right on. And while we're here, I'm going to ask you one of the last questions, and that is, where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years? You'll be 22, 23 years old. Where do you see yourself?
I want to be an RN.
An RN, really?
Yes.
I'll talk to Doc here. Yeah.
My end goal is to be an anesthesiologist.
Oh,
There we go. Even better yet. Yeah, cool.
nice.
All right. Well, very good. That's where you're going to you want to see you'll be graduated. Are you going to college anywhere?
I'm going to start off just prerequisites here at the local SWAC campus, and I want to go to OIT.
All right. We know Jill Taveldi, who's been on the show.
Yes.
Right. She's the dean. So tell her Jacques and Doc said hello. All right.
Elena.
Alina, why do you want to be the queen?
I personally don't care whether I win or lose. I've gained so many friendships from this pageant. I would be thrilled to see any one of my girls win. But if I do win, I want to be able to show my siblings, because I have 3 younger sisters, that they can win the pageant.
Very noble.
well.
Very, very noble
Cool.
and well stated. And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
I see myself getting my master's degree in plant pathology and having an apartment with my cat and maybe 1 or 2 other cats.
Maybe up there in Montana?
Yeah.
Possibly. Okay, cool. Cool.
Hopefully.
Montana's a beautiful state. You'll love it.
Right? I'm excited.
All right, we're going to round off the interview. So you 3 that are out there in the waiting room, get ready, because we're going to be ending this fairly soon. All right, McKenna, why do you want to be the queen?
Just like she said, I joined this pageant not to win, but to
Right
just
on.
gain experiences, gain the confidence to talk in front of people. So, like, honestly, it's not like deep in my heart that I win, but obviously if I win, I'll be super happy. So yeah.
Cool. And you're wearing one of the things that goes across your, what is that thing?
Yes,
Swag?
it's our sash.
A stash?
A sash,
A
yes.
sash.
It's
And
our
it says
princess
Azalea
sash.
Pageant Princess.
Princess,
Oh,
yes.
and I just noticed you don't even, you could take off if you other 3 out there have name tags on your jackets like everybody else is wearing, then you don't need to wear one of my self-made little stupid ones. You're wearing a sash too there. You got one, Alina? You got one too? Okay, McKenna, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You'll be 20. You're going to be the youngest of everybody here.
Yes. I want to go to beauty school and get my esthetician license,
on.
hopefully my master's esthetician. And I want to come back to Brookings, hopefully, and run my own esthetician spa.
Wow.
So that's when you do people's faces and stuff, do facials and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to own my own business and hopefully be married.
There we go.
Yes.
Dr. GiGi will be working starting next week, right, with Chetco Medical
And
and aesthetics. And the first thing you're going to do, Doc, is what? Give me a Botox injection and liposuction. And how about muscles? Buff me up a little. Oh,
OMG. Some people
darn it.
will never
Jesus.
learn. Okay, any last encouraging words for other people out there?
yeah. Any last say goodbye, hello?
Yeah, any shout outs? Younger siblings,
Oh, yeah.
princess, pageant masteress, mistress,
Teachers?
teachers.
No? Okay.
All right,
they're all
we're
looking-
shouting out. Hey, go families. You
Go
guys have
families.
great daughters.
You first 3 have been very patient. Thank you for being on the radio the first time. Now you're all veterans. You could say, yeah, I've been on the radio. That's no problem, man. We're that really cool guy and that doctor. Pretty neat. You're good luck. We will be there. I think we will be in attendance at the Elks. And so we look forward to seeing you again, all 3 of you. And thank you again for so much for coming on to the Doc and Jacques and expressing yourselves so very, very well. Okay, folks, we are going to let these ladies walk out into the ether out there, and we're going to switch over so you can all 3 dismantle. And while they are doing that and switching out, just set it there in front of you. You can set it right on there. There you go. You just set the microphones. There we go. Good. Thank you again. Danielle, Alina, and McKenna. All right, I want to say that at this point, it is that mid-show break. You're tuned into KCW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. We want to thank our major supporters of community radio. Hi, ladies. Come on in. I'm Jacques. This is Dr. GiGi. The major supporters of this radio station are Dan and Phyllis Schmidt and their constant-friendly support. The reimagined Crescent Harbor Art Gallery in Crescent City, California, anchored in the harbor right next to the boats. Our region's only bowling center, Tsunami Lanes, in 101 in Midtown Crescent City, and I have some more, but I can't find them now. So, ladies, put on the earphones. You'll hear us fine. And you want to pull this about. You want to be about 5-6 inches away from the thing, and yeah, that looks good. You look like you're all set there. We'll get right to you in just a minute. Also, supporters of this program and community radio are Advanced Airlines, flying in and out of nearby Crescent City to Oakland and L.A. 7 days a week. Marie and Brett Curtis are next-door neighbors at Remax Coast and Country Realty. Hello to them. Dr. John Kirk's Porta Pints Craft Brewery, now in 2 locations in Crescent City. Michelle Bubert with our own vibrant local Curry County Chamber of Commerce, and Jim Doc Bellardi and his Crescent Land and Title and Escrow Company in old downtown Crescent City. Thank you, one and all, including Dr. GiGi, who's been a supporter of community radio. All right, we have switched into the 3 gals. Hey, there's 3 new ones. I'm going to look over to the right. Hi, Abby. How are you? Abby, what's your full name?
My name is Abby Philippi.
Okay, I want you to bring it up a little bit. That thing, maybe drop it down a little. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. And speak right into it. And then we have Sophia. Hey, Sophia.
Hi.
And your full name is?
Sophia Bauer.
Bauer. Okay, Sophia. And then last but not least is?
Amelia Bruce.
Hey, Amelia. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Amelia, because we can't see your name tag, but that's okay. That's all right.
It fell off somewhere.
We'll remember it. That's okay. Amelia and Sophia and Abby are now in the transposed positions of being the pageant princesses that are here representing their high school. And we're going to start off with the first questions. Dr. GiGi here, and I am Jacques. And how you say my name is if somebody sticks a
Needle in the
needle into the electric outlet, you'll get a shock. So that's how you can say it. Hey, shock. Okay. Dr. GiGi.
All right, so we're asking the same questions because we now have 3 new people here. Amelia, you're the number 1.
Amelia.
You're sitting over there, and we ask about the name and age from everybody. You go first.
My name is Amelia Bruce, and I'm 18 years old.
All right.
My name's Sophia Bauer, and I'm 17 years old.
We got
My name
2
is
17.
Abby Philippi, and I'm 18 years old.
I had
So
17.
we have 4 18-year-olds and 2 17-year-olds. But you're all seniors, right?
Yeah. I turned 18 in 2 days, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Right.
very cool.
All right. Sophia, why don't you start off with Amelia.
Amelia, what is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is probably English. But other than that, I love all the health classes, like medical classes. I took some last year,
Yeah.
and I love all the medical classes. They really interest me.
Right. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, English major is what I was. Yeah, I got my degree in English. Yep. Now, don't ask her what she got her degrees in. Degrees. Okay, Sophia.
Your favorite subject in school?
My favorite are probably anything to do with medical and health classes.
Well, there you go. Doc.
You guys must have a lot of health classes. I'm winning here, right?
No, I think more people like English. in
So
this
far.
my world.
Let's have it down to Abby.
I'm actually in the same boat as them. Right now, my favorite class is body structures. I love learning about the human body. I'm actually going to go into psychiatry, so
Whoa.
I love learning about the brain and its functions. So
Whoa.
that's honestly
okay.
my favorite unit in
Dr.
body
GiGi
structures.
taught anatomy. You taught anatomy at SWAC last year because she's a physician, an active physician in our area. But at one point, she was teaching the
Anatomy,
anatomy.
physiology.
Yeah. And
Yeah, only for one semester.
She showed when they talked about the brain and how massive it is. They brought me in, showed me off. Yeah. I think you're welcome to laugh all you wish. Okay, yeah.
Please do. Okay, Amelia, we'll start back with you. What do you like best about our coastal area, and what do you like least?
What I like best is probably all the hiking, like all the popular spots. I think it's so cool that we only live minutes away from all these cool popular spots, and people have to travel so far to see these spots, and we only live
Right.
not even that far. So I think that's super cool. My least favorite thing is probably how small the town is because I love shopping. There's no mall here. So if we want to go shopping, we have to travel like either 2 hours or like for a better mall, like 6 hours. So that's probably
Where's the 6-hour mall?
Portland.
Portland,
Oh,
or
dang,
Eugene has a big. Okay, now Amelia, were you born and raised here in this?
Yes, I was. I've lived here all my life.
So you're a Brookings native.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Very, very good. Sophia, you asked the question again, Doc. I am
What
so
do you
sorry.
like best about it?
Well, I like best is the river and the beach. I've grown up on the river. My parents have always had campouts, and ever since I was a baby, they put me in the river. So I love that part about it. I love
So you're here from here too, right? You grew
yeah,
up here?
grew up here.
Chetco, the road,
Chetco, yeah.
and the Smith River are right in our neighborhood. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Now, what do you like least?
Probably that it's really small, and all you got to do for teenagers and other kids is just drive around or go to the rivers or beaches. So, yeah,
Well,
Well, there's
trust
a bowling area a little south.
a little, yeah.
me. Yeah,
You guys don't have one here, right?
Trust me, there's no bowling alley here. A bowling center, they call them now. But trust me, in most of America, that's what the high schoolers do. They drive around town
Yeah.
just to see what the excitement is. So you're not missing on that. But now that's 3 or 4 of you that have said that it's small. We like the smallness of Brookings and Crescent City.
We're also a
And
couple months older than you.
a couple months old.
How about Abby?
My favorite part is definitely the river. I love the river and I love the redwoods. I love going just in the redwoods and going to the trees. And I actually took my senior photos there.
Wow. Now you go down
cool.
to Crescent City and go to that area because there's not too many redwoods here unless.
Yeah, I go up like when you're going to Medford, I go like on
Right.
the Smith River and I go in the
Right.
redwoods there.
Yeah, the Jedediah Smith,
Mm-hmm.
those areas, wonderful. The
A
Titan.
lot of people like the rivers, right? I grew up kind of by a river, so I'm more ocean bound. I think they're
You like the
so
you
cool.
like the ocean, that, and you like big brains. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Amelia, coming back. What inspired you to participate in the pageant?
I've always seen the pageant going on. Like I've had family friends in the pageant, and I've always thought it was super cool when I was little. And also like it's like getting out of my comfort zone. I've always been super shy, so it's been hard for me to talk in front of random people and making new friends. So this was like a great opportunity for me to get out of that comfort zone and make like new friends of people that I would have never talked to. And now we're like really good friends. So it's
So
cool.
the pageant pathway starts at 17, 18, or does it start younger when you could make improvement as a younger person? It starts that late? But you have little princesses, we heard, right? They're little
yeah.
second grader or something. Do they? Oh, I don't know what it was. It's younger. Can they be taught a little bit so they don't have to say, I'm so shy, I want to go to the pageant, or does it not start earlier?
They are being like taught a little bit, but there's not like an exact pageant for them. They're
Yeah.
just in the pageant with us. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the only way they can experience how it's like.
Well, we heard just in the first half how when you become more confident, that you then can go and talk to the younger girls and make them feel more confident as well, right? So it starts with the school year starting.
And you're all
Whenever
seniors,
it
right?
starts?
You have to be a senior,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's seniors. There's not like a frosh or freshman. No, there's just.
So it starts with the first day of being a senior. You can apply.
Yep.
And you have to meet some requirements, right? You have to be a pretty good student.
Yep. You have to have good grades, not have bad attendance, be a good person in school. So yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right, Sophia, what inspired you then to participate in the pageant? Come up with a different answer.
Right. Well, I've always watched it at the parade and all the princesses, and I've always just been a little girl being like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I'm interested in it. And then my cousin was actually in the pageant, so I got to watch it, and I was like, yes, that is the next road I will be taking. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Always kind of looked at. Abby, we didn't ask you if were you born and raised here? Or-
No, I grew up in the Sacramento area and then I moved here when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm ready to move away.
Are you really? Okay.
I miss the beach being like a vacation, and now it's more like
It's always
normal,
here.
and it's
Yeah.
always here, and it's not like a aha
Yeah, but
feeling anymore.
trust me, Sacramento was hot during the summer, but that's okay. Yeah.
Well, it's a bigger
actually-
city.
I'm actually moving to Reno for
Are you?
college. Yeah.
Wow. At the University of Nevada, or is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Junior
We have,
JC or what?
we have Montana, now we have Nevada. Do you guys have a college?
Yeah. I'm going
Oh, yeah.
to
Okay.
What was it?
That's right. Amelia, where are you,
Where
where are you
gonna
planning to go?
I'm going to SOU in Ashland for nursing.
SOU.
Oh, you were
Southern
accepted.
Oregon University. And taking nursing, okay. And again, you always drop a good name, Dr. GiGi Reed, don't you?
And Sophia?
And I'm going to OIT in Klamath Falls to become a sonographer at ultrasound tech.
OIT, Oregon.
Institute of
Of
Technology.
Technology.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And that's in
Ultrasound.
Klamath.
Falls, yeah.
That's a couple, 3-4 hours from here,
Yeah,
right?
not too bad.
That's kind of a cool little town. Remember we got stuck there, Gigi?
Yes.
That was kind of fun. They have an Elks Club there, we found out. And there's a Safeway, right? Yeah.
Yes, there is. Same way.
Hey, that's all I need is Safeway food.
But
and
no Ross.
All right. Continue, Gigi.
Okay, now I'm thrown off.
so much- I'm in
Okay,
so much
so
trouble.
we talked about the participation. Did we ask you? What? No, okay.
what was the question?
What inspired you to be the pageant?
Honestly, just past girls who've done the pageant, specifically Abby Giesler.
Another
she
Abby.
She was a senior when I was a freshman, and she kind of just welcomed me into band specifically, and we became kind of really good friends. And then when she did the pageant, that kind of just inspired me. Like I want to do the pageant when I'm a senior.
Hey, who's the band director at high school?
Corey Tamandong.
We've had him
Yeah,
on.
we've had him on.
Tamadong on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had.
So what do you play? What are you doing in band?
I play trumpet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You do? Trumpet is really hard to play, right?
Yeah.
Usually it's the guys because it's so hard.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm actually first chair.
Oh, wow.
well, at least you're starting, right? You're
First
getting,
chair is good.
Oh, it's your first year.
First chair
playing-
is like
First chair. I thought you said
play-
first year.
no, first chair. First chair.
I knew that. I was just testing you. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's go back over to Amelia and ask her the next question. Because I'm falling off my script here.
Okay. What are you most passionate about? And
It's okay.
it should be in the pageant part, in family or whatever, your hobbies or school, whatever you want, especially good if you have, separate groups. Go ahead.
I'm most passionate about my sports. I've always played sports my whole life.
What sport?
And I play basketball and soccer.
Okay.
And I've always been super passionate about those sports and just always been willing to help younger girls whenever they come in and show them a good example of how to be when they first, like as a freshman, to like get on the coach's good hand, basically,
Good.
like
That's very smart.
don't mess around at practice. Focus. And if you focus, you'll get further in the sport. You'll be better. Like just try your hardest every practice. Don't
Right.
be embarrassed to try your hardest.
Oh.
And
Waste of time.
you'll get far. Yeah.
And Amelia, why do you want to be the queen?
I would love to show the community what a good person I am and how willing and respectful I am and how willing I am to help out in the community whenever.
Cool.
So
Good answer. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
very nice.
All right. How about you, Sophia? What are you most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about never giving up and trying your hardest. I'm also in soccer and basketball, so I've always had to do my best. And then I've encountered 2 ACL surgeries before I was 18, so I've always been keep going, never give up. So I've always doing physical fitness. I'm always at the gym, just trying to make sure no one tells me that I can't do it.
Right on. And why do you want to be the queen?
To just when I was a little girl and I was watching the parade, I just want to present that same feeling to some other little girl, like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, I want to do that. I just want to
Right.
give that feeling to another girl.
Very
Right.
cool. That can be pretty powerful if you have
Yeah.
that feeling. I mean, that's, as a matter of fact, that's how I got into medicine. I wanted to purvey that feeling to somebody else. Somebody's helping you. Somebody cares. So
And it's never too late. You started late, so she didn't.
started very
she
late
wasn't-
going
she
to medical
wasn't,
school.
But she, you never were a nurse either. She was a scientist, but You're the scientist girl and a professor. Okay, where are we?
Abby,
Abby.
what are you most, so if you have more than one thing to be most passionate about, I guess it's not most is only one, right? You can give another one. Okay, Abby, what are your most passionate about subjects?
Honestly, my career goals. I talk about my career goals a lot. I want to go into pediatric psychiatry because I just really want to help people, especially the youth. I feel like mental health in the youth is really like there's a stigma with children's mental health, and I kind of want to change that. And I constantly talk about my career goals, what I'm going to go into. I've known that I wanted to be a pediatric psychiatrist since I've been a sophomore.
I mean, that's even too big of a word for me to pronounce.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's a lot. But that's honestly what I'm most passionate about. That's like my main goal. Nothing will change that.
You know, you guys are young, and 3 years of high school was shrouded in COVID, not being able to go to school. What has, especially now that you say psychiatry and children, I mean, do you feel that you have lost something because of that COVID? You didn't have that time together as students in school because you had to do it online?
Wait a minute. When did the COVID restrictions come off? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
We were halfway through our freshman year, I think, or was it sophomore?
Finally, when they said you can...
Well, it was really from 2020 to 23 almost.
It was like we were in 7th grade. They were like 2 weeks off, and then it became a whole year. So 8th grade was online, and then freshman year was all mask and 6 feet and different. Yeah.
Yikes.
Do you feel, wow, I lived through that, I can talk about it and I can tell other people about it? Or is like, dang it, I wish I wouldn't have done that and I could have had a normal life? Or how do you see it? It's what happened, right? I mean,
Honestly, it was just draining, like being like isolated. Honestly, I felt like alone, but at the same time, it was like nice being at home all the time. But then it was kind of like a breath of fresh air once we finally got back into school because I am a very in-person learner, so it was really difficult. Right. Yeah. Learning online, and I wasn't doing well in my classes learning online. And even like going into freshman year, I still wasn't doing well because I was drained from COVID, and I kind of didn't really care at the time. But then sophomore year came around, COVID restrictions lifted, and I was kind of like, okay, I need to take my education seriously.
Cool. And why do you want to be the queen?
Honestly, it's not my main goal going into the pageant. I am just really happy to be part of this tradition. But if I were to win queen, I would really like to show like the younger children who didn't grow up here, or like they just moved here, or like somebody, if they're a freshman and they just moved here, that even if they weren't from this town, they don't have a history, that they can participate in this pageant and they could possibly win queen.
Right on, right on. Sophia, I don't think we asked you. Why do you want to be queen?
You asked me,
okay,
yeah.
That's good. I'm glad I asked. Okay. That's okay. Forget I even asked that a second time. Are any of you, Abby, Amelia, are you into community service? Have you been involved in any way?
Yeah, in sports, like for the sports things that I do, we'll try and help out around the community sometimes, or we do some fundraising things for stuff. Or like even for school things, I'll go help decorate with like Sophia. Sophia will invite me and she's like, oh, come do these community service things with me. And I'll be like, okay, yeah. So I'm always happy to help in the community. Whenever I hear it, I'm happy to help whenever with anything.
The town's small enough, you could walk pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
If you've got to be, unless you live way outside of town or up a river, right? Mm-hmm. Or now, do you live here? And most everybody lives in Brookings, but you can also live in Harbor. That's right, because Harbor it's called Brookings Harbor High School, right? Yeah, we know Tristan Harkins too. We're connected.
Sophia, are you involved in community service?
Yes, I am. I'm involved in our National Honor Society at our high school. So like a week ago, I believe, we just did a whole beach cleanup down right behind Fred Meyer. I forget what it's called.
Mill Beach?
Yes, Mill Beach. Thank you.
It needs cleaning up.
Yes, it did. Yeah. We cleaned that up. And then I'm also in leadership. So I'm the senior class vice president. So I'm always helping around, doing whatever I can at the Elks, a lot of places. And we're also required to have 25 hours to pass the class each semester. So 50 in total. So I'm involved.
Wow. Yeah. Very, very good. How about you, Abby? Are you involved?
I'm also in National Honor Society, and we have like a certain amount of hours that we have to get, but I really like to go beyond that and do more, because service shouldn't be something that you're like required to do. It should be something that you want to do.
Yeah, right.
And I kind of preach that, honestly. Actually, I went to a leadership conference in Chicago in January, right after I had a foot surgery, actually.
Oh, wow.
It was very interesting. And we brought back a lot of valuable things to introduce to our National Honor Society, because there's not a lot of commitment. And I was kind of just preaching that everyone should want to do the service and want to go outside of the box and not just do what they're required to do. And yeah.
Cool. Very.
Then you started, did you start new projects, or how do you even get involved? I mean, I understand.
What is National Honor Society? Is that you have to have good? Right?
Yeah, you have to, it's like a grade requirement, and it's really just like community service. A lot of, actually what I learned at that conference is a lot of National Honor Societies, like they do everything with the school. They do what our leadership does, and they just plan all the school events and everything. But what we kind of do is just more community service.
Cool. Back to you, Sophia. Why would you like to be queen?
No. No answer again.
Had to shake it up a bit. All right. Where do you ask? You?
No, you go.
Oh, you want me to say Amelia? Okay. Amelia, where do you see yourself? You're wait a minute. Sophia, you're 17? Mm-hmm. Are you homeschooled, or are you going to high school too?
High school.
Okay. All right. But back to Amelia. You're 18. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? When you are 20, let's see, I got my math.
Oops.
24. No, 22. 23. Where do you see yourself at 23?
Hopefully as an aesthetic nurse, so like doing lip filler and Botox, all that stuff. I actually just did a job shadowing. I'm in this class called medical internship, so I get to go around and job shadow all these medical jobs and like all these different places to see what I'm really interested in. And an aesthetic nurse just really caught my eye. But who knows? I could change. So you have to become an RN to do an aesthetic nurse. So I could become an RN and decide I don't want to do that, and I'll maybe work in a hospital, something like that. So
Very cool. RN is a awesome job, actually.
They need more RNs.
We need more RNs. It is actually it's a very good education.
Yep.
So if you're good in high school, most likely you'll be good in that, and it's studying. But if you know how to study, you can do it. It's not undoable, but it is very good. I mean, nurses go through this rigorous program, and sometimes it is really underrated by some patients, thinking they're just, I don't know, secretaries or so. They're not. Nurses is a very deep subject.
Yeah, you rely on nurses extremely much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your nurses are your besties, as you call them.
Right.
Your besties.
Yeah.
Doctors. Okay, Sophia, where do you see yourself when you're 2017 plus 5 is 22?
22. Okay. I see myself with a master's degree in sonography, and I'm either going to be working in a hospital or traveling with that job.
Stenography.
Sonography. Yes.
Oh.
Ultrasound. Yes, it's just kind of higher up, but yeah, it's the same.
Stenography. Stenographer. I thought it was stenographer. What is a stenographer? A person that writes the shorthands, like Rochelle? She's a former, right? Okay, well, I didn't know. Beat me up.
Nobody does that.
Beat me up later, darn it. I had my chance to shine.
So, sonography. Okay.
All right, Abby, where do you see yourself when you are 23?
All right. So hopefully with my master's in psychology. And then from there, I'll work as a psychologist while I try to get into med school. And once I'm in med school, I'll have to get my Psych MD to actually become a psychiatrist. And I'm not sure if I'll be in Reno. I really want to end up in Seattle, honestly.
There you go.
I really like Seattle. I like what they're doing with the mental health field. They're very experimental right now. And they're kind of shying away from just like all the drugs and medications that they use to take care of mental illnesses. And they're taking a more natural route with it.
Natural and counseling, right? So that's where I personally feel short on in having counselors. So psychologists and psychiatrists really should work together.
Yeah.
the best scenario is if you learn both, or at least have two people who work together.
Yeah.
Because you most likely need both. And psychology also is often underrated,
Yeah.
which is sad. But it is super important. For
And
this thing.
remember, never break someone's heart because he only had one heart. Break their bones instead because they had got 206 of them. Yeah, that's what I say. Hey, what did the cow say to the leather chair? Hi, Mom.
Hey, are we already in?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, are we
I
already
know we are
doing-
not. We're not.
Yes,
I
we
just
are.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies. Wow, this has been amazing. We've had 6 of you. There's 7 altogether, right? So one of them wasn't able to make it. Who couldn't make it?
Kylie.
All right, Kylie. Shout out to Kylie. Kylie. Anybody know her last name?
Brissette.
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 Brissette. Okay, Kylie Brissette.
Do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody? No, also. Okay, family members of these 3 ladies.
Say, Mom, Dad, love you so much.
Yeah, shout out to them. Great ladies here.
All right. We have had wonderful time here. Our second annual pageant review,
Yeah.
which is going to be heard on KZZH next week in Humboldt. And I'm wearing 2 glasses. Sorry about that. And KFUG in Crescent City. So you are going to be able to hear the shows again. Also, everybody can hear this show at your leisure by going to kciw.org and you go to past shows. And then you'll scroll down alphabetically to Doc and Jacques. She's first. And then
Ladies first.
It'll be the top posting of this show, and it'll be posted at 5:01. It'll be on the air for you to come back and listen to at your leisure and hear how you did. You did all exceptionally well. The
Yes,
3 of
all
you,
6 of you.
Amelia and Sophia and Abby. Thank you so much for being on the radio. I hope this is the
Very nice.
first time on the
Very
radio
well
for all of
spoken,
you.
you guys.
Okay, good. And then our other guests that were the lineup with Danielle. Now I got too many names on my head right now, but that's okay. We thank you, one and all, for coming in and being on this show. And
My
thank
voice
you.
wasn't too scratchy.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh,
You're
you
fine.
sounded
Thank you.
good.
Thank you for putting up with the doctor. I was the serious one throughout this whole conversation.
Okay, we're now in.
We are in fun time corner.
corner.
Okay, give us some good.
All right.
Give us good quotes. It's all you, Doc.
Okay, so yesterday was Earth Day, so we have some quotes about that.
We do.
Yeah, well, I do. The earth is getting hotter than my ex's temper. Let's cool it down.
Wow, that's kind of risque for you. Whoa.
I know, but it was a good one.
Okay, give us another one.
Okay, another one. Keep the earth clean. It's not Uranus. Just a picture.
Okay. Say what, doctor? Say that one again. I'm sorry.
Keep the earth clean. It's not Uranus.
Oh my.
You know.
Okay, go to the next one. Reduce, release, whatever that other one.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, and repeat until it's second nature.
Okay, there we go. I've said this one before. It's one of my favorites. Ray Simon always tells me to say it. He says, cremation is my last chance for a smoking hot body.
Very funny.
Save the earth. It's the only planet with chocolate.
Thank the earth. It's the only planet with
Save-
chocolate that we
save
know
the
of. That we know
Yeah,
of, right?
well,
What's the
yeah.
Albert Einstein one? I like that one.
The next one. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better.
Albert Einstein.
And the next one.
do it.
Listen to this. I have another one.
Do it.
We still do not know 1,000th of 1% of what nature has revealed to us. Also Albert Einstein.
Oh, pretty darn good. Hey, speaking of Einstein and physics and stuff, what's the most terrifying word to hear in nuclear physics?
Pray tell.
Oops. I told you one of her patients is the invisible man. He's still waiting to be seen. Told you. My grief counselor is so good that he died the other day. Nobody cares.
That one is actually very good, but guess what?
I asked Siri, why am I still single? And guess what she did? She activated the self-portrait camera.
Well,
Darn it. Okay, she
All
just
right
took my
then.
phone away
Here
from
at
me.
the
Darn it.
exit, boyfriend.
Okay.
You have been listening to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show on KCRW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. We sure hope you have enjoyed our fantastic show with the 6 princesses today.
Right. We have. Thank you all, ladies, for coming in and illuminating us. We also want to thank Tom Bozak, Ray Simon, and Michael Gorse. Thank you, Michael Gorse, out there for shuffling everybody in and out. Thank you for all you do. Everybody, you can email us at docandjacques@gmail.com and tell us about you, and you might end up on the show. Thank you so much, everybody. Peace and love. Stay tuned for Tony Durso next.
Goodbye.